Friday the 13th.
After Dark. How's it going, everybody? Midnight's Edge After Dark. It's Friday the 13th. We made it through another one. Maybe not. I'm, of course, narrator speaking, Mr. Rob Robot Shlomo. With me, as always, Mr. Tom Connors.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, whatever time it is where you're at. Thank you so much for joining us on this Midnight's Edge After Dark podcast.
I hope everybody enjoyed the stream we did on the main channel.
I don't know, I was hardly there.
Okay, well, Tom had technical difficulties like in the old days. Due to technical difficulties, please stand by. Again, is Michael St. Carver, the Anti Checker.
I want a theme song.
Okay.
Star Trekking across the universe.
No. Mecca has a theme song. I want a theme song. Come on.
You're going to have to talk to Rob about that. I have no control.
Yeah, you found mine, and I just kind of stole it because we were using it for Disney. And I'm like, no, that's too me.
And speaking of that voice.
Oh, God, now I gotta be on camera. I broke my other writing prop, by the way.
Oh, no.
Your favorite YouTube RP.
I have this.
It's Miss Mecca Random.
Hello. Yeah, I broke my, if you guys want to see me break a writing crop.
Holy cats, how do you break a writing? And you didn't even hurt yourself, did you?
No, it was a Zoe Quinn video. She got hired for DC.
Oh, that'd do it.
Yeah, and you think all this time you think it would have been Brie Larson, but no, it's Zoe effing Quinn.
Leave it to.
It wasn't a Brie Larson.
Well, it wasn't Brie Larson. It wasn't Star Trek Discovery. It was a Zoe Quinn video.
No, but I noticed you got a point there. Like every one of the pictures of these kind of girls, they always got their mouth just gaping open, like. We got to come up with a name for that.
The Fry Gape.
That's close. We're getting there. That's
a fry
close.
hole. Why not? There we go.
Something will stick. Something will stick at some point.
I call it a hawking hole.
That's getting better. So anyway, it's Friday. We got through another week. Yes, how odd, Rob. We got through another week. Old man Picard is still alive, still doing well, and I pooped myself. Nurse!
Not it.
Does he have a Doom buggy?
Oh, who's got a Doom buggy?
Old man Picard there in the nurse, nurse, number one.
Nope, number 2 now and number 1. Maybe a number 3.
51.
Ask me what a number 3 is.
Don't do this to me. I'll die without you.
Hold on. Which one he did?
1.
Oh. But then he did?
2.
Okay.
3 has to do with semen.
That's way too much detail.
You didn't ask. I had to volunteer it. But anyway.
That's because you didn't want to know.
That's right. I know you didn't. And that's why he wanted to tell you. Oh, good God, Gertie. Sarah Quinn always. Yeah, she does. But she's still got that gaping mouth. Anyway, I don't want to talk bad about her. Anyway. It was a stream early today. Yeah, we did a stream on the main channel. Now we're back over here on this channel. We're everywhere. And anywhere you want to be or don't want to be, as Rob's little saying goes, the whole ripping.
Hi.
Yeah. Hey. So anyway, hey. South Park getting renewed.
Woohoo! Okay. South Park. Woohoo. Well, does it? Are you really surprised?
Kind of, but not really.
Well, now, let me ask you guys, because I have not been following any of the behind-the-scenes stuff with South Park. So was there actually a reason that they were doing the hashtag cancel South Park last season?
I think they legitimately wanted the show to end.
Well, Trey and Matt could just quit if they wanted to. I mean,
They can't though. They've said that already. They won't.
Right, but then that's their own problem if they won't just quit. You know, like I'll tell you, you know, straight up and is that let's say, you know, I had 10 million subscribers and I made $100 million, and then I was getting tired of doing it, I'd quit. You know, that's just the way it works. You get to a certain point where it's no longer enjoyable, and if that's where Matt and Trey are, and I love their work. Obviously, I've followed South Park almost all the way back to the beginning. I didn't particularly like the first season, but once they found themselves, I thought it was really good. But if they're tired of doing it, then stop doing it.
I don't think that's it so much as it's just it takes up more time than they want, and they want to do other things.
Well, what do they need? They have an Oscar, they have Tonys, they have Emmys.
They don't have an Oscar yet, do they?
Yes, they do. They got Oscar for Best Original Song for Blame Canada.
No, they lost that.
No, I thought they got it.
No, they lost it to Phil Collins. That's why they hated Phil Collins so much.
Let me see.
Double check. I'm pretty sure they lost to Phil Collins because that's all they need for an EGOT. And that's what I said. All they need to do is make Book of Mormon into a movie and they'll get their EGOT. But I know that's something that's on their list of things they want to do. And I think that's something that will take us into another story here. But yes, the South Park's been renewed for 3 more seasons on Comedy Central. As Rob would say, they have nothing else.
Yeah.
They really don't. Really don't. I mean, they had to bring back Crank Yankers and David Spade.
Oh, has that started yet?
Well, they have Trevor Noah.
Don't say those fucking words.
I guess you're right. They did. For some reason, I thought they won for Best Original Song, but I guess they didn't. So
no, they just got nominated.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then they had an Academy Award. Then
why they made that Phil Collins episode.
They had to give the Daily Show a pity Emmy this past year. That's how bad things go.
Oh, the Daily Show is, you know, say what you want about Jon Stewart. I mean, but at least he was funny from time to time. Yeah. Trevor Noah is just, he just sounds like, I hate conservatives, so laugh. And it's like,
he's just sits there. Yeah, he just sits there. Look at this guy. Oh, look at this guy. That's not how it is in South Africa. Oh, why is it like this in South Africa? You Americans are so silly. They're so silly. I don't understand.
Right, and the thing about
that's his whole act.
Yeah, with Jon Stewart, and even though I disagree with Jon Stewart about a few things, at the very least, you could say that, hey, the guy did his research, he made it funny, and there were literally millions of people in this country that thought that the Daily Show was legit news under Jon Stewart. And some people still insist that it is. So because he bases it all on real stories, but he plays it for laughs. And he was the first person to say over and over, hey, it's just a comedy show. But he was so good at it that it was convincing enough that you could watch his stories and try to glean that this is actual news. However, Trevor Noah, man, I watched like one whole episode and I couldn't take anymore. And I tuned in for a couple minutes here and there just to see if it's gotten any better, but it has.
Is the Vulture real or are they a joke paper?
But it just shows you, like I said, it just shows you how far Comedy Central has fallen. Comedy Central used to have a lot of good programming.
Mm-hmm.
Well, according to the Vulture, that yes, their efforts to get the show canceled were real.
Yeah, Vulture's as legit a site as it gets. But
then that's the case. But they said, lucky we love Comedy Central and Kent and our staff. So we were looking forward to a cancellation opportunities in the next few years.
It's so funny though. People will defend Trevor Noah. Oh, he's doing so great. He's doing so great. Oh, the show is so great. He's getting more viewers now than the show ever has. I'm looking at the ratings from September 2nd through the 6th. Adult Swim beats everything in that time slot. Adult Swim, and that pulls in 680,000 viewers. The Daily Show with Trevor Noah pulls in 580,000 live viewers, a 0.19 share, a 0.19 rating. What that means 0.19 hundredths of an audience of the percentages of televisions in the United States are tuned into the Daily Show. At its height, Jon Stewart was pulling 2.5 million. So why is this motherfucker still on the air?
Because they don't have anybody else.
And you can't fire him because you're firing the only person of color on late night. I hate saying it. I hate putting it like that. But if they hadn't fired Larry Wilmore, then his ass would have been canned a long time ago.
Yeah, I can't watch the Daily Show with Trevor Noah.
Yeah, it's unwatchable to me. It really is, and it's not just it's not just the political thing, because I watch lots of shows that I disagree with politically, but it's just not funny.
No. It's a pale comparison,
right?
It used to be.
And Sean is saying in the chat, they have the Man Show, Chappelle Show, Win Ben Stein's Money, the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Yeah, the network was gold back then.
I think we'll get some of those back. I think we'll get some of those back. I think we're kind of coming back into the swing of things, because every time we go really, really far in one direction, we have to kind of bring it back, and it's always comedy that does it. And I think what Chappelle did with his stand-up special is one of the first sort of swings back to normalcy. And it's so weird that South Park has kind of gone full circle almost with this.
I was just going to say, you already know what next season's going to be about.
Yeah. I'm Rick James, bitch.
I've been saying that they're going to probably bring back, like a new version of the Man Show, probably. And we might even get a Chappelle something. If they're smart, Netflix will be offering Dave Chappelle a series, right?
I think Comedy Central needs to jump on Dave Chappelle right now and say, dude, I don't care what it is, get on our network, it's all yours, you get an hour.
Hey, get the fuck off me, Jesus.
Hey, I have a show that I've been sitting on that I pitched to NBC and it got turned down. Hey, why not give me a shot? Don't
they have a hotline, Rob? Haven't you tried the Netflix hotline?
I think they'll take
a show pitch.
I think they'll take anybody off the street.
That's my point. Call them.
F you. Come on. It's ripe for the taking. F you.
Actually, Comedy Central could probably take this live stream and put it on and get better ratings.
Yeah.
We're on here.
Yeah, that's debatable, but true.
Midnight Edge.
With the Max.
I'm saying, Midnight's Edge After Dark. That sounds like a Comedy Central show.
You got Arnold Schwarzenegger. You got Old Man Picard. You got
and a talking piece of crap in the middle of it. Come on,
talking piece of poo.
That's right up Comedy Central's alley.
Yeah,
they were built on talking pieces of shit.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah.
Gee, you guys smell all nice and flowery.
It's pretty good.
Howdy-ho, everybody.
I only do a couple of good voices. Yeah.
Speaking of Dave Chappelle, there is kind of a Matt Stone story that's related to that.
Who is this buffoon, Noah? Why not bring back the other host of the Daily Show?
He's actually doing real work.
I find Trevor Noah to be disgusting and barely edible. Bring back Jon Stewart. At least he had the same name as a Green Lantern.
Oh, the Mexmen on Comedy Central. Yes. Yes.
Cheech Marin, if you're listening, we need an executive producer.
So Captain April, we got to shout out Captain April. He's been a longtime supporter of all of us over here, and he's said to me that if you go to a certain Mexican restaurant that they talk about in South Park, you might be able to convince and or record the mariachi band to record the X-Men theme. Hint, Rob.
Hey, anybody? Aren't you close to one of those?
If there's anybody who might be in Denver next week who might want to go and record Casa Bonita.
He would know how. I'd have to tell him how to record it decent. He'll bring it back to me. It'll sound like it was recording in the bathroom.
I'll put it on my cell phone. I can record it on my GoPro.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Hey,
Yeah, just bring the GoPro.
last time on the X-Men, El Ciclopto was like hanging out with Jean Grey, was one Nick Grey, and then El Wolverine, he comes and got their claws, and he goes, psh, and then Magneto, he not up to no good, you know.
We do have a $5 Canadian super chat from Chris Persia. Just so you
We're
know.
sneaking El Lobo across the border late at night, you know, with all those little midget kids.
Hey man, you can't say that, man.
Oh, why not? They know they're midgets. It's not like they woke up one day and said, "Oh no, what happened? I'm a midget."
Well, either they're midgets or they're kids, man. Which is it?
Where's Dave?
Dave's not here.
Oh, is it? Open up the damn door.
This is making me angry. I will eat one of you now. Cheech, get in my mouth. Oh man!
I think he wants to smoke you, man.
I think he likes Mexican.
He likes Mexican food, man. Lucky I'm not Mexican food.
That Mexican food's really kicking in.
Lura's always full after eating Mexican.
Hey,
got
I'm
the
not
munchies.
Mexican. I'm born in East LA.
Green card. I'm from East LA. What's Craig Kilborn these days? Who knows?
I don't know, but I love the Daily Show with Craig Kilborn. I actually prefer it to the Jon Stewart era. That was when I liked it, and I dipped out when Jon Stewart was on, and they got really super political because, God, politics. It's not my thing. So.
For the people who keep saying, well, Jon Stewart didn't hit his stride until 2 years into the Daily Show. That's because he was waiting out all Craig Kilborn's writers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's about when I tuned out. Is like once all the actual Daily Show people left. You know, remember when they had like baby races they were covering and the really stupid crap like the Kenny Jean.
It was pure comedy.
Yeah,
and it was just the news format was just an excuse to tell different jokes.
I think they also got lucky that Politically Incorrect got canceled.
Right. Oh, don't even get me started on that show.
Well, it started out as comedy with a news slant. Then it turned into satire. Then it turned into satire about the news media, the people who make the news, people who report the news, and the people who people who present the news. I mean, that's what it turned into. But what Jon Stewart said to Tucker Carlson that time, he said, you know, a lot of people think you're news. He goes, well, that's a failure on your part. That means you're not doing your job properly. That people turn to me for news because I'm just a clown.
I remember that, but it's true though. He gave us the most unbiased look at a lot of things, and I know Mecca's not a big fan, but despite his whatever kind of more liberal leanings, you can't say that when he was on there that the Daily Show that basically everybody was equal opportunity.
It was more balanced because you had like Colbert and you had, that was back. And I did watch for a little bit, I come and go in waves with the politics stuff. And I did watch, it seemed to, before they had all the spin-off shows, before Colbert was spun off on his own thing, that's how you had the sort of balance of opinions.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Colbert was still more left-leaning, definitely. That's for sure. If that's what you mean.
Colbert was a parody of the ultra-conservative Fox News. I mean,
yeah.
I was
but
he
did it very well. That was the thing. Colbert did the parody so well that a lot of people were convinced that Colbert was a conservative.
Oh yeah.
And so for that I applaud. I think Colbert did a good job. Then
I love his interviews. His interviews are gold.
Yes. Unfortunately, now he sucks. But
yeah, I'm not I
haven't watched the show in a while.
Why didn't CBS just get Conan?
Because he's over there on TBS or
doing a show on the TBS.
I know, but he doesn't belong there.
No, I know.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Conan would leave TBS to be on a real network any day. I mean, come on. Minimum wage at NBC is more than he's making at TBS. So
they cut the show in half over at TBS.
That's because it can't get any goddamn ratings. And this is what I was going to say. Captain April, Rabbit April said, Colbert was a parody of Bill O'Reilly more so. Yeah. But still, regardless. Yeah. Anyway, South Park co-creator, we went way off the beaten path. Matt Stone explains why critics trash Dave Chappelle.
Oh, we're talking about South Park. Okay, I forgot.
So yeah, as I said before, we do know probably we at least have a good idea of what this next season of South Park is going to be about. And I think it's another reason why they keep doing it. It's kind of easy for them to do, and it's topical and quick, and it takes them like a week to do an episode. So.
Yeah, so all right. Let's see here. Matt Stone, co-creator South Park, lamented the cancel culture climate in an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, wherein he accused critics of lying about their dislike of Dave Chappelle's recent Netflix comedy special, Sticks and Stones, in order to stay in the good graces of the woke crowd.
Oh, that's why I love these guys.
I know.
They are part of our community. They really are. And so the fact that they'll say that, and my hat's off to them. But
yeah.
Sorry.
So who's going to be woke first on South Park?
Man,
let's put the money down. Is it going to be Stan's dad, or
we already have PC Principal. I mean, PC Principal and Strong Woman are already pretty woke.
I know that part, but I'm talking about which one of the group of the normal ones is it gonna be like
Randy? It's got to be Randy.
That's what I mean. Randy's parents, not Stan's. Randy's parents. Kyle's parents. Yeah. Well, Kyle is the other
because Randy's around. Randy, the last time we saw him, he's run Integrity Farms.
Yeah,
and that he's gonna realize while he's smoking a bowl or something that women are actually making less money than men, even though everywhere he goes, women are going to be paid the same amount
or more. Yeah.
And
you're depressed. You shouldn't take this. Oh God.
What's even going to be? What would even be 10 times better is if he does it after he sees Captain Marvel.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. There you go. He's going to say, "Oh yeah, everybody says that it's all in fairness and everything, but why did Captain Marvel make less money than Infinity War? Huh?
She doesn't need your approval."
Oh, this is why I love
you
South
just shut
Park.
up?
This is why we love South Park so much.
It wasn't that great of a movie. She's like all like
because you're blinded by toxic masculinity.
Yeah. I can see it already.
The episodes write themselves. If that were man in the role of Captain Marvel, you wouldn't have any problem with that. But you're threatened by a strong woman, aren't you?
I bet you're just unhappy that it's not Thor.
This next season's gonna get so good. I gotta
and then he hears that they're turning Thor into a woman, and he like goes like super uber like Metro and.
All right, who has a Hulu code?
I think Mr. Garrison is going to go back to Mrs. Garrison, except
no, he'll be the one who's against it the whole fucking time. Be like, you guys are fucking idiots! Don't you see what you're doing?
Well, anyway.
But kids, come on, picture Mr. Garrett or no. You know what they need to bring back Bruce Jenner to be female Thor. Buckle up, Buckaroo.
Or his Wonder Woman.
Oh my God! It writes itself. Anyway, more on this. It's new, Stone said of cancel culture. I don't want to say it's the same as it always been. The kids are effing different than us. There's a generational thing going on. South Park has been hit by cancel culture on many occasions, with various parenting advocacy groups working to have the show pulled off the air for nearly 2 decades. When it comes to Dave Chappelle, Stone doesn't believe the comedian will be canceled anytime soon, but he did lament how critics trash his Netflix special. I know some people have been canceled for genuinely personal behavior, but Dave is not getting canceled anytime soon, Stone told THR. I feel bad for television critics and cultural critics. They may have laughed like hell at that, and then they went home and they knew what they had to write to keep their job. So when I read TV reviews or cultural reviews, I think of someone in prison writing. I think about somebody writing a hostage note. This is not what they think. This is what they have to do to keep their job in a social media world. So I don't hold it against them. He's correct. He's not wrong.
No. And then they come after us. What makes it hard? I would be a little more sympathetic if they didn't come after us with, people like Zachy Hansen from the HuffPost, coming after me directly to call me obsessed or whatever, call me out for making like 10 Brie Larson videos, when it was trendy, and you would get a shit ton of views for them, right? So I don't know how sympathetic I feel to these critics, but I can definitely understand why they do it, because we're kind of in this witch hunt era where if you don't agree with the groupthink, you're an alt-right Nazi terrorist, you're whatever the hell they're trying to paint you as, and people lose their jobs over it. Look at what happened with people like Ethan Van Sciver, and look at what happened with everybody who is going and getting doxxed and this and that. They go after your jobs and your livelihood.
Well, and the sad thing though, Mecca, is that when you're making these videos about Brie Larson because you see something you don't like, plus, I mean, let's be real. We are all on YouTube, and we will try to surf the algorithm a little bit. And so if that's what's trending, that's what we're going to talk about, right? At least we're going to lean a little more in that direction. But guess what? Those idiots over at Huffington Post are doing the same damn thing, because they're putting out 25 articles about what an idiot you are for not liking Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's not like they're not doing the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Everybody talks about whatever the global algorithm says everybody is talking about.
Right. And it's not just them either. It's the diehard fanboys, or whatever you want to call them, who will go out there and they gripe about us. And it's like, I've seen things on completely unrelated posts. They'll have some idiot saying, yeah, and this is why people like the fan Dumb Menace just won't stop talking about The Last Jedi. It's like, what does this post have anything to do with that? And it looks like you're the one who's talking about The Last Jedi.
This is a Star Trek page. Duh.
Well, it wasn't even, I don't even know what it was. It was some tweet about some political thing. And then all of a sudden down the row is some idiot chiming. And I wanted to say something, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to give this moron any more attention than he wants already. Cause it's just, no.
Oh yeah, like, or they bring in or they'll be the first ones to, they call it Trump derangement syndrome. They'll bring in political arguments. Oh, you're just a Trump supporter. How would you deduce any of that from a profile picture of me with bright red hair, a pride symbol in my Twitter handle? How would you assume I am? What, because I criticize Star Trek for having bad writing? And they make up these arguments, the same thing where they'll make up, oh, you're a racist because you don't like Star Trek Discovery. What does that have to do with anything? I've never said one thing about the color of anybody's skin on that show. I mean, I've kind of made some racial comments about Saru's race as a Kelpian, as a species. How I kind of think that was stupid how he just lost his fear, because that was the only thing that made him interesting. But that's as racist as I'll get.
That's not the only thing that makes him interesting, Mecca. Kelpians are also very good sauteed with some onions and a little bit of garlic. So
they are. That's the ganglia, man.
Yeah. Oh man, ganglia is so good.
It's a delicacy.
Well, no, that's typical of Star Trek Discovery, though. Is the moment they have anything that's remotely interesting, they got to fuck it up. You know that.
Remember that one moment where Lorca actually was showing some concern for a crew member, and then I'm like, where did this come from?
It's all an act.
Yeah, and then but there was a genuine character moment. I'm like, wow, he might actually care about.
Lorca had a few moments like that in season 1, though. That's the thing, is that up until the big yawn of the reveal that he's from the Mirror Universe, it's like, he actually seemed like he genuinely cared about his crew. He actually seemed like he genuinely cared about winning the war. He was just ruthless.
That's because I don't think they even really knew what they were. Yeah, that's because I don't even really think they knew what they were doing with him, right, Mecca?
Yeah, they didn't know anything.
You're eating. I was trying to
She's
segue,
having some kelp. This kelp
even though
is
we're
great.
way off track again.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, she's eating kelpian, folks. Sorry, we made her hungry. She had to get some fried kelpian out.
Yeah.
It's great cold. But no,
He's writing a book, 101 days to prepare
even though he tried backtracking on it, Jason Isaacs said they had no fucking clue what they were going to do with his character. So I'm not even sure if they knew he was going to be evil per se until probably way down the road.
Captain Robert April just gave me a brilliant idea for an animation. He said Kentucky Fried Kelpian. So I'm just picturing the Colonel Sanders standing there, and then he grabs a Kelpian's arm and starts licking the hand. He goes, it is finger licking good.
Speaking of animations, I saw your Beavis and Butthead one, and it's brilliant. And I don't know if you want me to say who did it for you, but I'm thinking about hiring him myself.
Well, Joshua, who does the animation, is my son. So
I didn't know if you do have him credited in there. Never mind.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you wanted him. Everybody didn't know that or
no.
not.
And he actually has his own YouTube channel called The Scarved Insect, but the stuff he puts on it is a little weird. So some people have a difficult time following it. But yeah, he loves doing the animation stuff.
So he's creative, though. I mean,
he is.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell that anyway.
But yeah, that Beavis and Butthead one, that was so good that normally it was just a super chat reward thing, but it came out so good that I wanted to release it as a video so people could see it. And so, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it was great. 10 times better than our Trek ones.
Well, you guys just got to do the Trek logs.
What are the Trek logs? So
the old Trek log. Well, before I was on the show, I never got to be animated in any of these. Jealous, pout, guilt trip. But
it was all written pre-date.
Yeah, so. They did a little skit, and you had Captain Rob and Tom and.
Can we find one of those? And
yeah, you should play a Trek log. They were really good.
Let's see. Hold on.
Which one should we do?
Well, you even had Doomcog guest star.
Well, yeah, we could start from there if you wanted.
Yeah.
Well, do the Trek fiction one.
Okay.
That's kind of just like
I gotta see if I even have them out here.
We'll stretch until you get there. Well, let me go with the rest of this article. Okay, hold on. In the same interview, Stone said that he and Trey Parker now feel bad for trashing Al Gore with the Man Bear Pig episode. That was brilliant.
It was fun.
Man Bear Pig.
I'm so cereal. The Man Bear Pig is going to kill us all. I'm cereal.
You know what's bullshit? When you type in Midnight's Edge, guess what comes up first? It's fucking Ketwalski videos and Text Trek.
Those guys.
You motherfuckers, Google.
I think Google thinks you guys must be alt right now.
No, I think
that's what you get for having me on.
Type it in an incognito window because this is based on your search results. So probably
it should come up with the real shit first.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to that crap.
So, but anyway, to apparently atone for this, it was an extended metaphor for climate change. To apparently atone for this sin, the pair recently produced a politically correct apology episode in which Gore was actually right about Man Bear Pig. We just felt like all of our episodes
he was super serial.
He was super thorough, has not aged very well, Stone said. And we came up with a funny idea to how to use Man Bear Pig as a parable. I always felt like if we were going to rewrite that or comment on it or tone, whatever you want to call it, it's in kind. In other words, we didn't want to say in some interview, well, we don't feel it's so great about that episode. It doesn't feel as good. F that. We'll do a whole two-parter. And it's not just the toning. We beat ourselves up pretty good. See, but the whole thing about that is they're not afraid. Remember that whole thing about San Francisco? They did the smug.
Oh, that smug was great. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's exactly what Hollywood is doing. They're smelling their own farts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh, nice to see you, Alan. Actually, it's Elaine. Elaine. Oh, nice to see you, Elaine.
I'm the wokest of the woke. I include all of these ethnic people in my productions.
That's why
I'm the wokest.
They've got to make it Randy. I mean, come on. Oh my God, people, you're not woke.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Everybody woke up! Woke up, people! You have no integrity!
You're not woke. Are you kidding? I am the wakest woke. I am the wakest woke that ever wake the woke.
I was wake before all of you.
No way. I waked up and then I was woke. Wake up, people. Get woke.
Yeah, but I started Tegrity last year, so I've been woke longer than you.
And then they need to have like a YouTube video that Kyle gets into by some guy in a Star Wars hat yelling from his pool house in Alabama or Florida or wherever.
Dad, he just doesn't like The Last Jedi because of the bad writing. No, he hates women.
He's just not woke.
There, represent the fandom menace.
If he was woke, then he wouldn't have a problem with a strong female character like Rey.
But this guy loves Rose Tico, and he was a comic book artist. Oh, he's just a Nazi. Yeah, that'll be the next thing. They need to include the YouTube, like the fandom menace in South Park.
I
I would be so honored. I would be so honored.
They will. One episode they had that Leroy Jenkins guy.
Let me guess, you've been burning Rose Tico figures.
Oh, I can't wait. Well, we already know from like Gary, he's had people come up to him who say that they watch us. They know who we are.
Oh yeah, they know who. They
So this is your Trek log, huh?
One of them. Whoops.
And there it goes. Wow, that was great. That was freaking awesome. I see why you want some help with the animation, though.
I got to make sure I share the audio. That's why I did that.
Oh, they can do them. They're just lazy and don't. All right, I'll call you out.
No, I'm not lazy. I got too much shit going on. I got a computer
You
taking a
got
shit on me right now, too.
I know.
Hey, don't you?
Oh yeah,
Quiet.
Mine's bigger.
Why won't it let me share the audio?
Hey, boner.
Mine's bigger.
Oh, there we go. Okay, never mind. I got
My hair's awful.
Okay.
All right. Enjoy. This is for those who haven't seen. This is one of our Trek log animations. There's no sound.
Previously on Captain Rob's Trek Logs.
And the line in the sand is drawn from here on out. No more discovery. Yes, Tom.
We have orders from Admiral Andre. We must review the next episode of Star Trek Discovery.
He tied me down to a chair. He taped my eyes open. He made me watch this abomination.
I wouldn't have to tie you down if you just did it of your own free will.
I wake up and I'm still watching Discovery. Every minute I watch it, I get weaker. And every minute Discovery fans, they get stronger. I couldn't believe it. A man of his character. Now I know what must be done. At first I thought they handed me the wrong dossier. I couldn't believe this man liked Discovery. He's being groomed for one of the top slots in the corporation.
Captain, sir.
I told you I didn't want to be disturbed.
We've got orders to change course. We're heading towards...
Keep the ship moving. That's an order, Lieutenant.
I think he's starting to crack.
Oh, you mean the Discovery thing? Nah, he's fine. He's fine. I think he's over it now. Trust me. All he needs is a couple days, a nap, a bottle of scotch. He'll be fine.
I'm going to check on him just in case. We're still going?
Yes, we're still going, because I finally figured it out. The only way to stop Star Trek Discovery is to stop Admiral Andre.
Prepare for shuttle bay door.
Man, I'm telling you, it's the little differences.
Like what?
Well, first, at McDonald's on Romulus, they use the metric system, so it's not a quarter pounder with cheese.
What the hell do they call it?
They call it a Rihan with cheese.
Reham with cheese?
Yeah, a Rihan with cheese.
Why is it still with cheese.
Romulans don't got a word for cheese.
Oh, shit.
And check this out. You don't get it with a Coke.
They don't got Coca-Cola on Romulus?
Nah, man. You get your Rihan with cheese with a Taka.
Taka?
Yeah, man, a Taka.
What the hell kind of shit is that? A Tarka?
Some fruity drink they make. And no ice. You drink it hot.
So hold on. I can't get a Coke to wash down my Rihan with cheese. I gotta drink a hot Tarka?
Yeah, man. Ain't that something?
Captain, we're arriving.
Buckle up, man. This is where the fun begins.
Sure we can trust this guy. I heard some things, man. He's got a bad rep.
I told you, this guy is legit. This ain't no trade dispute. We don't need no pussy-ass Vulcan shit, right? This is the guy who's gonna help us.
Help us do what?
Help us take down Star Trek Discovery. And we do that by taking down Admiral Andre.
What now?
You have entered my domain. Now prepare for the arrival of Doomcock.
Yeah. See, the chat is riveted by that.
Well, I liked him.
And Mecca stands alone.
Fine, fine. I just have shit taste, I suppose.
Well, the animation shit.
Well, that's part of the charm, though.
It is the cheapest, quickest animation I could fucking do, man.
It was freaking awesome sauce, Jennifer Zach says. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Fascinating bit. That's a nice way of saying it.
See, you could have had me come in being like this mecha harpy
We had
thing to
brought
fight
up
Mikey
doing
Spock
just-
as a Red Angel,
Yeah.
and we could have a giant kaiju battle, but no, we don't want to do that.
See, here's what also happens when you start proposing shit like that, and that's what I had to tell Doomcock. It's like your first instinct is gonna go wild and write all this crazy shit. Don't. Because everything you write and create, that means I gotta build it. It's like I ain't got the time.
Yeah, you kind of have to try to work within the existing parameters of what you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can get a little creative, but it was like there was just like minor things I had to change to what he wrote because it was just like that's just going to take me way too much to do. I can't do it.
Kronos, there was a battle, but it all happened off camera because.
Should we continue? There's only like 2 or 3 more episodes.
Yeah, you might as well do the end of them. It's Friday. Why not?
All right, let me see here. Where's the next one?
So we're gonna have to do like a special. We're gonna have to like maybe do like a music stream or something next week.
That's the one after it. Where's the one in between here?
But one of the things, though, I love that dancing Spock one. That's actually.
See, that's
Love
what
Skinny
animation
Spock.
looks like, people. I'm just
Yes,
letting you know.
and that's why I'm very impressed, and that's where I'm like, I'll send the guy. You send your kid. You said it already, anyway. Send your kid the friggin' audio and shit, and he can just animate.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
One
how
of the
much would
things-
you charge?
Tom, how hard was it? Do you remember to use the shuttle, the Galileo shuttle in that? Do you remember?
That kind of stuff isn't necessarily hard. It's if I can find it. Otherwise, I have to build it myself. So if I can find like a clear PNG or something like it that I can make, then I'm all right. But every character that has to be animated, I have to build from scratch, kind of. I mean, there's pre-built like skeletal structures. Then I have to build on top of them, and and you got to do every angle if you want to go every angle, and it's still kind of limited. You still can't do like above or below. It's really hard to do like any kind of Dutch angles or anything like that.
Well, one of the things, but the thing was that those couple shuttle shots was something that I wanted to do from the beginning. And when they actually did show up, I was like, yes, how cool. So
yeah, I think you may have written that in a couple times. And it was just like, I can't do that right now.
Yeah.
Then I just happened to stumble upon that shuttle. I think 2 of them that were really close together, and it was like they were the right look, the right size, and everything. Yeah, it's sometimes that's a bitch. Is just finding
finding
backgrounds and stuff.
fit
Yeah,
within the right parameters. Yeah. But the other thing too is
I keep finding the one after, but there's one I keep missing here. I don't know where it's at.
the one of the things that people always ask, like, what do you? They're not really hard to write. They kind of write themselves.
Well, Doomcox came in and he wrote his was just.
Oh
He basically wrote the whole ending.
Yeah,
it's like, and I was like, dude, this is like all we need. Like, this is it. We just tack on the ending. He's like, well, what's that got to be? And I was like, I told him, and he like wrote it all out. And it was like, so he really wrote like the last few episodes, and then we just tweaked them.
Oh yeah.
But you kind of wrote like the first few, and I just threw in 2 cents here and there. I tell you that's gonna be too hard to animate, or whatever. And then like I think it was your idea to do the whole Apocalypse Now thing. And,
How hard would it be to do a kaiju battle between me as my Mecha Harpy and Mikey Spock as the Red Angel?
Depends on how long it would take me to build those characters.
Well,
if Tom's doing it, I would say probably Mecha about 6 months for him to get 3 seconds of animation.
There you go.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna have Joshua do it, he could probably do it in a week for you. But
yeah, if I had the time, I could do it pretty quick. But his would still probably look much, much better.
Probably.
More than probably. Shut up.
Red Angel suit, you would really just need like Riri Williams, because that's all the Red Angel suit is. Riri Mikey.
Oh, good lord.
God, Mikey Spock is terrible.
You can tell there's not a lot of news tonight, which is why we're going over old animations.
Yeah, we're sputtering. What is there to talk about other than JJ got his big deal? We all knew that was going to happen.
Well, there's something about DC and the Joker.
Yeah, Mecca sent that to me. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, there's like there's like 3 different articles here. Oh, and then the James Gunn reveals the full cast of Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
if we care.
There was also a rumor floating around that Spider-Man, that Sony came back to Marvel with a new deal. I don't know the veracity of this deal, of this rumor. Let me see if I can find it, because you probably should say something about it. Okay, yeah, here we go. There's a couple of different things here. Oh, wait a minute. We should try to about Tom's stuff, right? Shouldn't we?
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that again. Oh darn it! We'll have to be able to present it from the beginning of the show. We'll do it next time, but we'll tease it this time. Starting next week, we're gonna start giving away Tom's stuff, and Tom's stuff is not really garbage. So just don't think of this garbage. No, it's like this. It could be all kinds of things. I don't know. We haven't decided if we're going to tell everybody what it's going to be yet or not. So we have to decide that yet too. We haven't figured that out. But basically, the way it's going to work is here we go.
Win Tom stuff.
That's right. Yeah, we'll give away some stuff, and I hate doing it this way, but I have to do it this way just to pay for the shipping. But what we'll do is we'll take all the super chat names throughout the night, and at the end of the show, we'll spin the wheel, and whoever wins gets my stuff, and I'll send it to you. You just DM me in like Twitter or Facebook and send me your address, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, I mean, it could be anything from like figures to movies to you have no clue until we get there. So yeah, I mean, I've got all kinds of stuff that I don't have room for.
And like you said before, the super chats, they're not to, it's not really to make a buck off of. It's just to
it's just to cover the shipping, because shipping's expensive. Unless you're Amazon, the shit ain't cheap.
All right, well let's go with this run
that, and then we'll go back to do whatever one you want, and then we'll go back to the Trek logs whenever. Yeah.
All right, let me go with the Spider-Man story. So this came out yesterday. Sony offered Disney a new deal for 30% of Spider-Man and Venom in the MCU. Suffice it to say, the past few weeks have been a wild ride for fans of Spider-Man. Damn these dirt bikes. In short, Tom Holland's iteration of the Webhead was booted from the Marvel Cinematic Universe much earlier than expected. Though all the specifics haven't been made public, the whole thing basically came down to money following the massive success that was Far From Home. Whether you side with Sony or Disney is up to you, but I think neither is without fault in the situation. No, Sony's at fault. More recently, we've seen reports surface that More reports say talks between the two studios aren't dead, as there may be hope for them to come to a new deal. If they were to shake hands, then we could see Spider-Man remain an Avenger and continue being allowed to make mention of his late mentor, Tony Stark. If not, he's going to keep his trap shut while feeling nostalgic. But at least he'd be able to cross over with Tom Hardy's Venom. Boo. According to our trusted sources, the same ones who told us Marvel was developing a She-Hulk and Ms. Marvel show well before they were actually announced, the two parties are still talking, and the current deal is on the table. Is apparently for Disney to get 30% of Spider-Man. However, the agreement does ask Venom to be part of the MCU. At the moment, however, it's unclear if the Mouse House is willing to accept the terms. This guy goes on, personally, I don't think it's right to paint Sony as the devil in this situation because no one knows the entirety of what's gone on behind closed doors. In fact, people like Todd McFarlane and even Tom Holland have voiced their support for the studio. That's because doesn't Sony have the movie rights to Spawn?
I don't know if they still do or not. No, New Line had them before, but Sony might now. You might be right. I'm not 100% on that.
But the honest truth is, anytime you see anyone in Hollywood talking positively about any other entity in Hollywood, be it an individual or a company, it is because they are trying to grease some palms. They're trying to kiss some ass. They're trying to make sure that they have a job next week. It has nothing to do with what they really feel.
Let me take a look here. I'm trying to find sci-fi update on badass cool Spawn movie. So anyway, Tom Holland's truly mean life, respect, okay, blah blah blah. Spider-Man reels, skill commitments, the legacy, okay, the legacy and future of Spidey rests in Sony's safe hands. I'm really nothing but grateful, and I've made friends for life along the way. That's Tom Holland, filmmaker and comic book writer Kevin Smith, meanwhile, isn't as confident in Sony's ability to handle the franchise. Here's what he had to add to the discussion. I don't know, man. I saw Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't think they know what they're doing at all over there. Okay, let's see. What do I say? Seth MacFarlane. Todd McFarlane. Tom McFarlane, blah, 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 blah. Spawn film, Uptick, Jamie Foxx, yada, yada. Spawn movie rights. Let me see, Spawn. IMDb. See who the distribution is on that.
Yeah, Chief Cook says Todd got the rights to Spawn back. I think he's right. And Chris Pivato, thank you so much. I'm probably saying your name wrong. $1.99. Win Tom's stuff and hashtag support Anna. Yes, do support Anna. Hashtag.
Yes. So, okay, Spawn movie rated R, supernatural horror film. Director Todd McFarlane, writers Todd McFarlane, screenplay Tom McFarlane, stars Jeremy Renner, Jamie Foxx. No distribution. Nothing on as far as distribution on it. Director's like Blumhouse.
Historical dramas made and especially historical.
Yep.
Blumhouse Productions. So, McFarlane Films, Seymour. Seymour Butts. So, Blumhouse Productions is handling it.
I think Christian Garcia might be right. I think Lionsgate was in talks or they were going to release it, but last I heard, I think it's in limbo right now. It might be in turnaround.
That's where the rights go for grabs, right?
Yeah, where they can pick it up if somebody wants to, but I don't even think they started filming or anything like that, is what I'm saying.
Well, anyway. But the whole thing, don't blame Sony. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna blame Sony because Tom Rothman couldn't keep his big trap shut, and his ego got in the way. Listen. The guy has said, the guy, he's the one that said, yeah, so Deadpool's mouth shut. Deadpool. No, I don't like the Deadpool. I don't think the Deadpool will be a big success. I'm going to stop Deadpool from ever happening. It's never going to happen, kids. Don't you know that? It's just Tom Rothman hates genre movies. He hates science fiction. He hates superhero movies. He hates comic book movies. What makes you think he'd do Spider-Man any justice?
I don't know. I'm lost for words on that one. I don't think he will.
Nobody. I
No,
mean,
it'll be bad.
Nobody. I really don't think that anybody outside of the Sony Corporation really believes Sony can make a quality Spider-Man film anymore, because they've blown it twice. Every time the studio gets directly involved in the creative process of Spider-Man, they take a massive dump on it. And the problem is that they see dollar signs in the idea of a franchise, across, a bunch of different characters, by bringing in Kraven and bringing in Venom and bringing in all these different characters. But they're not willing to do it smart like Marvel did. They just want to say, okay, the next movie's going to have 17 characters in it, and then they're all going to get their own movies. And it's like, no, just, take it one piece at a time. Venom, while I don't think that Tom Hardy's Venom was bad, I think its biggest problem was that it didn't have Spider-Man in it. But you don't give Venom a solo movie to start it off, right? You do the proper Venom origin story with Spider-Man, then you do a Venom movie. But Sony doesn't understand this. They just got to cram everything into it. I mean, look at what they did with Spider-Man 3, with Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I'm sure that this iteration of Spider-Man 3, will be just as much of a mess as we've seen.
Yeah. Well. All right. Well, let me move on.
The Batman is only here for angry mecha.
Let me move on to this Joker story then. So,
Joker.
We all know Rotten Tomatoes is a joke. No pun intended. But if you're still taking Rotten Tomatoes seriously, just over the last few days, a few weeks, what's happened with Dave Chappelle and Knives Out, I mean, it's...
Of course, Rotten Tomatoes is a joke.
Although, in fairness, I mean, Rotten Tomatoes is really just an aggregate site. I mean, they don't actually write the reviews.
A bad joke.
Well,
and so the fact that, I mean, because with the Dave Chappelle thing, there was very, very few reviews. And, excuse me, I actually like what Jeremy Johns said about it, in that he was saying that he felt like a lot of critics were afraid to do reviews because they didn't want to piss off the
That's what Matt
status
Stone
quo.
was just saying, yeah.
Well, and I was also hearing that, he was even afraid that they would publish his review. Like, I wonder how many people did review it and just didn't get published.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you work for the New York Times or something and they don't like your review, so they cut it, that's not necessarily Rotten Tomatoes' fault. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Rotten Tomatoes is the greatest thing ever, but,
Well, Rotten Tomatoes has been altering their model, their computer models and algorithms to protect certain people.
It's now more Captain Marvel friendly.
Yeah. Well, the Captain Marvel thing, that did piss me off from Rotten Tomatoes, but I'm just saying that as far as the Chappelle thing, I think the lack of reviews is a bigger problem than Rotten Tomatoes' integrity.
Well, the critics have been cowed into not reviewing this film. It's a special, rather. But
no, I was hearing that Rotten Tomatoes was flat out holding reviews from the site. Like, they were not publishing them. They weren't allowing them to be uploaded.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't actually publish any of the reviews, though.
Well, no, but the scores though from some of the the YouTubers.
What she's talking about was the same thing that was happening with Captain Marvel, where they weren't allowing regular people to probably.
Well, those you're talking about fan reviews, then, Mecca, correct?
No, like the YouTube channels and things,
right?
Like,
but very few YouTube channels are actually aggregated on there. I mean,
no, there's a few here and there.
Right. I mean, you have the Jeremy Johns and stuff like that because they're big names, but
yeah.
When I do a movie review, nobody at Rotten Tomatoes gives a crap, which,
well, yeah,
jerks.
Well, there's no way to
we
apply.
have enough on the main channel to get signed up.
Oh, absolutely, and I think I actually have enough on my channel to get signed up. But
sure, everybody brag about your channels now.
I'll do some nasty fucking reviews if that happens. Just like Be like, Rambo is what masculinity needed, and then like the next whatever bad movie is, they'll be like, fuck this movie.
But you,
it'll be right on Rotten Tomatoes. Fuck this movie.
But Anti-Trucker is the one that gave us Captain Dummy, though. That's
true.
that
See,
goes down his...
but yet Captain Dummy will never be seen on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Captain. I'm still asking myself, why did Rian Johnson use a 1970s Battlestar Galactica era yoke for like a gigantic spaceship? You know?
Because he's dumb.
It's just
because it subverted your expectations.
A little tiny cockpit for those big ships.
That's right, a little tiny cock.
Well, that's why Admiral Holdo could handle it so well.
Well, anyway, there's two Joker stories. Let me go with this one here. DC knew they couldn't beat Marvel, so they made Joker. Director Todd Phillips expresses doubt that Joker will be able to beat Marvel, but instead aiming to do something different. Actors like Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, and Jared Leto have all played the character in movies over the years. But three-time Academy Award nominee Joaquin Phoenix is the latest actor to take on the Joker. Last year, Phoenix was officially cast as the Joker for an origin story of the character. Leto is currently the Joker in the DCEU, as he was the last version of the character to be seen in Suicide Squad. But it remains to be seen if Phoenix's version is connected to the DCEU or really just a standalone film. It's a standalone film, isn't it?
That's pretty much what we keep hearing.
Yeah, I've heard it is.
Yeah, there were.
I think it's one of those things where if for some reason this Joker film is a mega hit, then they'll say, "Oh no, we planned it as part of the DCEU." But if it's not a big hit, then it'll just stay a standalone.
Well, anyway, there were rumors that Robert Pattinson's Batman may meet Phoenix's Joker, but Phillips put those rumors to rest, reestablishing the belief that Joker will be a standalone feature. For years, DC had been trying to play catch up with Marvel and Marvel Cinematic Universe, but after the disappointment of the Justice League, Warner Brothers began focusing more on passion projects rather than creating a shared universe. This has allowed DC to start catching up to Marvel, but Phillips isn't worried about competing with Disney. When being interviewed by the Irish Times, Phillips briefly talked about Disney's success with the MCU. Phillips began wondering how he could ever compete with the success that Marvel has had, especially since DC has a spotty track record for wins and losses at the box office. Eventually, he realized, you can't beat Marvel. It's a giant behemoth. Let's do something they can't do. By making a gritty R-rated origin story for the Joker, Phillips really is doing something Marvel hasn't done yet. While Deadpool is now owned by Disney, the R-rated Deadpool movies were distributed by 20th Century Fox. So Disney still hasn't made one of the MCU's films R-rated. So far, early reviews for Joker have praised the film, and there's even buzz that Joker is an Oscar contender for next year's Academy Awards.
Sorry.
That's okay. Joker recently won the Golden Lion Award at the Venice Film Festival, which marked the first time that a comic book movie has ever won the award. While Phillips' comments about not being able to beat Marvel may seem pessimistic, he does have reason to believe that. Even though certain movies in the MCU got poor reviews, the films always perform well at the box office. Avengers Endgame even surpassed Avatar as the highest grossing movie of all time this year, meaning that competing with Marvel may seem like a daunting task. That being said, not focusing on trying to compete with other superhero movies could be the key to making Joker a success and creating a promising future for DC.
You know, I'm sorry, but it's like you lost me when they said disappointed by Justice League. It's like they butchered it. They absolutely freaking butchered it. And this is just like so infuriating because you don't need to stop worrying about beating the other guy and just making a decent quality freaking product, right? It's not this is not a one-on-one competition between Marvel and DC. Marvel's making awesome movies, and DC should be celebrating that fact and talking about the fact that, hey, comic book movies are awesome. Comic book movies are great. Now we're going to show you what we can do. and move in their direction, do their thing, make it awesome, make it work, and stop using freaking Marvel as the measuring stick for whether or not you're doing it right. Because Marvel's been doing it for 10 freaking years. They weren't making billion-dollar movies 7 years ago.
No, I think they're figuring it out now. The problem is they've had 3 different regimes come through as far as who's actually in charge. The only movie that besides Wonder Woman and Aquaman that has gotten any kind of praise, well, Man of Steel kind of, but everybody gushed over the R-rated version of Batman v Superman. Now, I still argue that version didn't make the movie any fucking better. But anyhow, short story long, they see that R-rated thing worked. Everybody's been clamoring for an R-rated comic book movie for a while now. I think if this does really, really, really well at the box office, this is going to open up the door for DC to be like, we're the grown-up comic book movie place. Yeah, they'll have their PG-13 Sons of Aquamanarchy sequel and a Wonder Woman sequel till the end of time. But you'll start seeing a bit more adult-oriented Batman, probably an R-rated Batman. Could even start seeing like Lobo and some other more adult-oriented. I'm surprised we haven't gotten Lobo yet, to be honest. I thought Deadpool was going to make that happen tomorrow. So, but
well, and that's what I want. I don't, I truly would love to see Marvel and DC putting out very different flavor films. If DC was doing a serious, dark, R-rated universe and Marvel was doing a light, fun PG-13 universe, that's awesome. Because you know what? That means that when I'm in the mood for something light and fun, I watch a Marvel movie. When I'm in the mood for something serious and heavy, I watch DC. And, but stop trying to be the other guy.
Well, and the other problem, though, is you had with Shazam. I forgot that one.
Yeah.
Because Shazam was the best Marvel movie this last year besides Endgame.
Yeah, no, you're right. It felt like a Marvel movie because it was kind of like, I mean, I had a couple of little dark moments, but it wasn't anything that kids couldn't see.
But here's the thing is that Shazam could be, if DC did it right, and really they have the pieces. The DCU is not unsalvageable. And what they should do is kind of the opposite of what has been done in the past. Instead of having your bright, fun universe with a dark character in it, like Batman was in comic books for a long time, right? Where most of the DC universe was comic book land, but Batman was serious and gritty, right? You had your dark corners of the universe. Instead, you make it the exact opposite. You make the universe overall serious and dark and gritty, but then you occasionally have characters like Captain Marvel that are just light and fun. And imagine the fun you could have when that Captain Marvel is interacting with an R-rated Batman character. And you could do a lot with that, especially when they introduced the Marvel family right there in the first, and I said Captain Marvel, I know Shazam, but he's freaking Captain Marvel. But so if you have Shazam interacting with these characters that are cussing a lot or doing horrible things and stuff, and he's just a kid and he's innocent, and he's like, oh my God, what are you doing? And it could actually be a lot of fun to see that. But DC doesn't have the balls to actually do something like that. Instead, they're just looking at what's making $1 billion over at Marvel and trying to replicate it.
Right, and they're 10 years behind. That's the other problem. Because they took too damn long to get anything done in the last few years. Because I remember Man of Steel was pushed back, Batman v Superman was pushed back, Justice League was the only one that wasn't pushed back that should have been pushed back. Ugh. And then, you just go down the list. The problem is, and then Suicide Squad. Speaking of which, Mecca, did you want to run down the cast list real quick? Or
where are they? Who are they? I have it open somewhere.
What are they? How are they?
Open too. I think I just.
So James Gunn's quasi reboot of Suicide Squad now is this official? Is this from the official announcement? Do you know?
It is. I think it is official. This is from comicbook.com, right?
I think you gave me one of them, but I don't think it was comicbook.com. But it could, if it's an official announcement, it don't really matter.
Yeah, it was on like Twitter here. Let me see. because James Gunn is trending here in Suicide Squad. Yeah, it's from James Gunn's Twitter. So here, let me.
That's pretty official.
Yeah, share screen here. All right. Well, it'll do it eventually. There we go.
Because I got. Oh, there's yours. Okay.
Yeah. Don't get too attached.
Yes.
Hashtag Suicide Squad. So,
yeah, some of these we knew.
Yep.
Some are returning. Taika Waititi, we heard his name come up last week, so that's an official one there. Then that's new.
Taika Waititi's going to be in Suicide Squad.
Yep.
Who's he going to play?
Rumor, I think, was who was it? They were talking the shark guy or something. I can't remember.
Shark guy.
What the hell's his name? Shark guy. Not Killer Croc. The shark.
Are you talking about the giant shark from the Flash?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
What the hell's his name?
I could see Taika Waititi playing that part, but the problem is everybody's going to say it's just Korg 2.0.
Probably, unless he comes up with something different.
Hi, how you doing? I'm a giant shark. Gonna eat you now. I mean, it's like it's just going to be Korg again.
King Shark. That's it. Thank you, Andre and Lisa. Idris Elba. We already heard of that. Michael.
They call me King Shark because I'm a king and I'm a shark. Okay.
We got like half of the Guardians of the Galaxy cast here.
Yep.
Joel Kinnaman's in it. Jai Courtney's returning.
Because Jai Courtney's the one I really wanted to see come back.
Right? He's the most memorable. Actually, he wasn't that bad in it. I mean, for all of its flaws,
now
Suicide Squad was the only one that I could actually watch if I had to be forced to pick a movie of the early DC movies. That'd probably be one of them. That it's at least watchable, unlike the other ones, because you can at least see what's going on.
What we really need, though, is for Slipknot to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, he was so awesome in the 8 seconds of footage that he was in. So, yeah, we need more Slipknot.
All right, so there you go, folks. It doesn't give us who they are. Oh, Viola Davis is also returning. Sorry, Mecca, what were you saying?
Peter Capaldi, one of the doctors from Doctor Who.
Oh, and Pete Davidson.
So
Pete Davidson?
No, Nathan Fillion. I was there was an article or something from Kevin Smith saying that Nathan Fillion as a Green Lantern or something. But I
that
think
could be
wanting to be.
Yeah.
Unless, it could be. He does kind of have an inside track at WB.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Kevin Smith hits Nathan Fillion.
That's not a bad choice.
I don't know. I honestly,
Nathan Fillion's in this though. Then that's not true unless it's for the CW shows.
Here's the article here.
But here's the thing about Nathan Fillion, and don't get me wrong, I know that he's nerd
in the Suicide Squad.
Yes. Now this came out before the announcement of Suicide Squad. Here, I'll link it to you guys.
Really?
Yeah, I think this came out at.
Well, that's at 6:19 p.m. And what's the tweet?
The tweet was.
It's got to be your time, or it would be wrong. Yeah.
Tweet was 1:51. Never mind. It came out after.
All right.
Suicide Squad has been. But yeah, how old is Nathan Fillion anyway?
He's 40s.
The problem is that when we think of Nathan Fillion, and I know he's nerd royalty and all, but at the same time, we're picturing him as he looked in Firefly. We're not picturing him today.
No.
And that is a problem.
What happened to Tom?
Tom got really mad and
so
quit.
Yeah, I did. No, I wasn't getting messages, so I refreshed it.
Okay.
Oh, he's 55, Max Mercer says. Wow.
He was good for his age.
My God, he's older than me?
Chief Cook says John Cena, what the fuck? Well, John Cena was one of the earlier ones announced. That we've known for a while.
Okay, let me go run this through this quick. Suicide Squad has been talked about on the has been talked today on social media as James Gunn revealed the entire cast on social media. You already used social media. You didn't have to say it twice. That list of incredible names includes Margot Robbie, Idris Elba, where do I vote? and Nathan Fillion.
He's already in the movie.
Kevin Smith recently discussed who Fillion will be playing with on Fat Man Beyond. The actor could be seen in sometime in the the actor could be seen sometime in the Green Lantern Corps. Smith is careful not to give away the source here in the video, but he does think the idea would be in play. At first, the filmmaker discusses the freedom Gunn has with this movie, as none of the larger continuity looks hooked into anything going on in the Suicide Squad. Smith even thinks one major DC hero would be perfect casting choice for Fillion in the new movie, Batman. So he's going to be in Suicide Squad. Who do you think he could be playing? Oh my God, I don't know shit. But let's just play around because it's fun. He begins Suicide Squad. They're fuck around with what? This makes no sense, Kevin. You're high. It's set in the DC universe. Ain't nobody married to any more continuity. This guy's Batman, and that ain't Affleck. And this guy's the Joker, but that ain't that person. What if Nathan Fillion was playing Batman? Oh, he's just throwing shit out. That would be Jesus.
He's high. Move along.
When co-host with Mark Bernardine brings a Green Lantern, things started gearing up. Okay, you might be onto something because based on little information that I know from an undetermined source, that would play. Wow, I haven't even thought of that. Oh yeah, he's high. All right.
Yeah, that's just Kevin being high. So anyway, we had anything else, or did we want to watch this thing?
Let's watch this thing.
Let's watch this thing. All right, everybody, get your popcorn. We'll watch the last 3 parts. Even though we'll torture Anti-Trekker some more here, I guess. No, we're not going to watch the whole 47 minutes. It's just easier to find it this way. All right.
Get ready for cinematic excellence.
Or the other thing.
No sound, Tom.
Did I share it the wrong way? Hang on. Damn it. Hang on. I did it the wrong way. This way, Tom. I had it the right way before. I had to refresh.
Tom being high.
You're the one who's got all the abidals. That's like in a funky. Why is it being funky? What the fuck? Give up.
Welcome, Captain Rob and Tom. Welcome to Doomcock's destroyer, the USS Doomcock.
USS Doomcock? Like ourselves much, do we?
Like breathing much, do we?
USS Doomcock it is.
Excellent. Now, tell Doomcock why you've sought out my flagship. How the hell did you even know where I was?
Harvey Kazulu told us. He even drew us a map.
That little bastard drew a crude dotted line right through my defenses, which are not configured against anything as crude as a dotted line.
Isn't that always the case?
They used the dotted line in Star Wars. You know, the diagram, the shot going down on the thermal exhaust port, didn't they?
Sure did. And Wile E. Coyote on the blueprints.
Dotted lines are a bitch.
Enough about the cinematic history of dotted lines. Tell me why you've come, and quickly.
We need your help dealing with a common foe.
Trek Discovery.
Yeah, we're going to take it down. And do anything it takes to take it down.
Admiral Andre. You believe it will be that easy?
We know Andre keeps making us review Star Trek Discovery. With him out of the way, we wouldn't have to suffer through that garbage anymore.
We'd be free to enjoy more pleasurable pursuits.
Like root canals.
Or colonoscopy.
Fools! Andre is at the heart of more than you know.
Tell us what you know, Dread Overlord.
Andre is out there operating without any decent restraint, totally beyond the pale of any acceptable human conduct.
How do we stop him?
Can it be done?
This goes deeper than Star Trek Discovery. That's all I can say. But I have anticipated your request. and I have a solution.
What is this? A squirt gun?
We'll be dead. What the fuck?
Silence, you fools! You take me for an asshole?
Well, no.
Trust, Doomcock. Aim the squirt gun at his face and fire. Do that, and all will be revealed.
Okay, are we continuing?
Might as well let him see how it ends.
All right, let's do this thing. We're supposed to torch you anyway, so.
This is torture? I'm sorry. I thought it was insomnia therapy.
Here we are, Andre's headquarters.
I know that. It says it on the front door.
It was obligatory exposition. It's been a
A
while.
lot of guards over there.
Yeah, we know. We can see them.
That was gratuitous exposition necessitated by its budget.
All right, enough. Let's get them! Wow, what a battle. Ren with her sneak attack, Tom with his brute force, and me with my mad kung fu skills, leaping through the air with lethal force.
We know. We were here.
That was necessary exposition. We don't have the budget to show a big fight. Anyway, I think we took them out before anyone set off the alarm.
Hey, is that Mikey Spock?
Nah, that's a plank of wood.
Then you can tell the difference?
Not really, no. Okay, this is it. Let's move in!
Andre, finally, we can put an end to this nightmare.
What is the meaning of this outrage?
We're sick of having to review Star Trek Discovery.
It goes against the Geneva Convention.
It causes brain damage.
Ah, you guys. What am I going to do with you? Oh, yeah. I'm going to make you watch something. Please be seated. I have a treat for you today.
Hand over the weapon.
No, you wouldn't deprive an old man of his walking stick. I mean, squirt gun. And I'm not really all that old, but it was the only movie quote I could think of at the moment.
Oh, never mind. It's just a squirt gun. Whatever. Stupid squirt.
I'm actually glad you came. There's something I've wanted to show you for a long time.
Oh, yeah? Well, here, let me show you something.
What the hell? Oh, no. Glue remover.
Oh, my God, no!
So why is it that one of you is wearing a Discovery badge?
What we are?
Just so you ask. It's whichever one I can find at the time.
I was just trying to figure why, Tom, are you wearing a Discovery badge?
You have to
everybody
understand.
else is watching wearing a TNG badge. That's driving me crazy.
I grab whatever I can at the moment. It's like 4 in the fucking morning, and I'm sitting there trying to animate. It was whatever one I found at the time, and I just happened to get stuck with that one. I don't know why.
I mean, you're talking about but you hate Discovery, and you're wearing a Discovery badge. I'm just saying, there's a problem.
I'm a mole. You're ruining the twist for next season. Oh my God, he's ruining the twist.
God, no!
Amy Pascal!
So, now you know the truth. No matter. You kids, you're Meshuggah with your lasers and your ray guns and your spaceships. Nothing can save you now, I guess.
We should have known.
The lack of taste, the dictatorial attitude.
Well, first there's the brandy breath, and then there's the tits. How could we have been so blind?
You have blind spots. That's why I'm showing you something different today. You're tired of the Star Trek Discovery, with the lasers and the ears and the Mikey Spock. So be it. I'm giving you a chance today to right a wrong. Yes, my friends, I'm going to give you a chance to reassess a movie. It's one of my favorite movies, in fact.
Oh, God. No!
Oh, yes. Since you avoided it all this time, I'm going to give you a chance to give it a proper, decent review. Ghostbusters 2016. I mean, can you believe it? Not everyone gets a second chance at this. So we gotta make the most of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck me. No, you're inhuman.
Just kill us, you sick bitch.
Oh, don't be like that. All you have to do is give it a good review. So we'll watch, we'll have a little nosh, and then we'll watch it again and again until finally you see the light.
No!
Yes!
Okay, now everybody ready? Everybody sitting comfortably? We ready to start? Okay, let's start the show.
Whatever you do, don't look at the television. Just don't look at the television.
Okay, now how do you start this fakakta thing? Okay, let's see. HDMI 1, I think? Oh, I never could figure this out. Rodrigo, little help, please.
Holy shit, Doomcock!
So what? Doomcock is like John McClane?
Rambo?
No, Doomcock is Doomcock, and you're not airing that shit on my watch.
Holy smokes, the jig is up! I'll get you yet, Midnight Tag or whatever. I'm out of here. Goodbye, boys and girls. See you on the red carpet at the premiere of Spider-Man 5. I'm home.
How did you know Andre was really Amy Pascal?
Andre has taste. The idea that he would make you watch Star Trek Discovery didn't add up. I knew it couldn't be Andre, and logically, it was a creature or dastardly villain such as myself testing your wills and torturing you for a reason. Andre has much better taste. So I set you up with what you needed to find out who it was and had you lead me to her. And as soon as I realized her plan was to show you Ghostbusters, I knew I had to stop her. Plus, you know, the tits.
Told you so. Wait, you used us as bait? What if she had just killed us right away?
I can't believe I thought you guys were crazy. I owe you an apology.
Wait, you thought we were crazy?
How can we ever thank you, Doomcock?
What the hell is going on?
Painful as it is, keep kicking the crap out of Star Trek Discovery. It is a cinematic holocaust, the decimation of a once great franchise, the betrayal of every true Star Trek fan for 50 years. Never give up, never surrender.
We won't. We hate that garbage.
Yeah, we can watch these last few just to get a few more licks in.
Then my work is done. Oh, and Tom may need some lorazepam or something before he has a panic attack. Just a suggestion from an evil doctor.
Right then, let's get back to work. We will destroy STD once and for all.
Where's the real Andre?
Guys, over here.
Wait, have you been here the whole time?
Well, I was in the closet until one of those nice robots let me out. Who was the guy in the helmet, by the way?
Oh, that was just a friend. So now that you'll have to excuse us, sir, we have a show to take down.
What show?
Star Trek Discovery, of course.
Oh, that's still on? Isn't that cancelled yet?
How long were you in the closet, sir?
Well, you took your sweet time getting here, so I kind of lost track of time.
Sorry about that. Well, let's get going, crew. We have work to do.
Who's gonna clean up all this shit? Not me.
I like the Bugs Bunny note. The Bugs Bunny footsteps.
Oh shit! Did my chat stop again? I think it did.
No, we hear you.
No. The chat I think quit working.
Mm.
It does that on me.
My brain quit working, but
I'm sure it did. I'm sorry about that.
that was
That was something. We're not sure what, but it was something.
It was a thing.
That was definitely a thing. That was definitely a thing.
Okay.
And just saying, you guys have more subscribers than me.
How does that work?
What the hell is wrong with this world?
To be fair, that's After Dark bullshit. So
yeah,
well,
After Dark has more subscribers than
do we?
me.
I thought you had more than us.
I don't know, but you guys have been getting more than me in super chats lately. So
Did we miss a super chat?
no, but you've been getting more than me like lately.
Oh, we only got like 2 or 3 tonight, did we? 2?
Yeah, I've been making like $6.
Oh, well, it'll happen. Pickings are slim right now.
Oh, I know.
Section. Anyway, that was definitely a thing that I watched. That's Black Fever.
They were good. They used to be good.
They used to be good. Yeah.
Well, but now that they don't do them anymore.
They were good when I was really, really high.
They're the best we got. And I could do much better if I could find my drawing pad. That's been the other problem, is I haven't been able to locate my drawing pad.
What does Lur think of those short treks?
I'm sorry they don't stay crunchy in milk. They don't go down easy, let me tell you. Oh.
Sorry about that.
The worst part is the next day you're sitting on the toilet, one of those badges comes out, and it's like, oh, it's all over.
Kind of like the badges in the video game. They're all over the place. Because it just depends on what position I had them in, and I wasn't paying. If I forget to move the badge, and yeah, it's just a mess. There's like 30 things you got to think about at once.
How curious.
Well, why didn't you make the badge and the uniform one thing?
It doesn't. Well, for me to flip things around, I got to move the badge over to the other side.
Mm.
Because it's like a stationary. It's hard to explain without actually showing you. It works on the same principle as like a puppet, but like a stop motion kind of thing. But I can't get a 3D angle on it. That's the thing. Is your only angles you can have are the ones you built, and it doesn't do above or below. And yeah, it's kind of limited.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, just build that as part of the thing.
It's not as easy as it sounds. I'd have to show you how it works.
It's not, yeah.
Like, unless I actually fucking remember to move it, then it's going to be on that other side. That's what happens, is I forget to move it over. Because, like, I'll flip up the body, and then, like, if I don't remember to move it over, then it's going to be on the wrong side, because it's already technically attached to the body. That's why. It's almost like if you draw something and then you put it in a mirror, it's like the opposite. Yeah.
What I don't understand is, why didn't you bring in Mecha Renan to be single female lawyer?
Because, like I said, most of that was already well done before.
They didn't like me yet.
No, it was just all done ahead of time. I had been working on that for fucking almost, half a year better. That's why
that was even before I had switched over.
That was why there was the little joke in there about sorry about us taking so long to get there, is because there was like a big ass gap between those episodes too. Yeah. We had them in the can. It was just editing everything, and that's where we decided for second season just to do it live.
That was your mistake there, Tom. You see, you said you had it in the can. What you had in the can was not that. It was more along the lines of my avatar, but then you thought that it was really good stuff. So
I never thought it was good stuff. These guys are bad fucking like influences. So they're like, no, it's funny, it's good, keep doing it. I'm like, everybody hates the animations. Like, no, they love.
I always loved them.
So I was like, all right, I'll keep doing them. So
Fuck, I'd put them on my channel.
You know, Tom, the other day I was trying to blame someone else for my problems, and Unda made sure to tell me that, no, you need to take responsibility for your own actions.
No, trust me, I already knew they sucked because I had already abandoned an entire channel that is full of those kind of animations.
Now kneel before the ruler of Omicron, Percy I ate.
I had one video that had like 20,000 views of my animations. That was about it.
The Skeletor ones are funny.
Well, the Skeletor ones are kind of funny, but I have a few different ones of those. But like, yeah, my ones, the Slashers Anonymous for some reason got 20,000 views, but YouTube said it didn't make any money.
Yeah, they've done that to me a couple times.
Mm-hmm. It's like bullshit. I have a whole other channel. I know exactly how much I should have made. Well, sorry, it didn't make that much money. It didn't. Whatever, you liar.
It depends on how fast it gets the views too.
Oh, it was really fast. Like, for some reason, somebody must have shared it, and like overnight, it was like boom, and then like it died. I don't know what it was just somebody must have shared it in the horror genre Twitter sphere or something. All it is a bunch of horror characters that are at like Slashers Anonymous, like Alcoholics Anonymous. So you got like Freddy and Jason and all them guys just hanging around, talking in a circle.
We have another name for that on Omicron, Percy. I ate
cheap animation.
No, circle jerk.
That too. MEAD must do a version of Babylon 5. Oh, balls. I don't know about that.
I'm the resident Babylon 5 expert.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And Anti-Tracker's seen it too.
I have Firefly, but I've never watched it. Like, that's how I'm at. I'm like, I got this shit, but I've just never watched it. I'm too
Welcome
busy
to Babylon 5, the station that is miles across and has no room more than 14 square feet.
Yeah, I'm a huge Babylon 5 fan. Like, everything I bought at Star Trek Las Vegas was Babylon 5 related.
So, in other words, it's like the apartments around here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't get me wrong. I think Babylon 5 has some great storylines and stuff, but looking at the sets, they are so they're so the bridge of Babylon 5 could fit in a person's garage.
Well, that's all you really need. I mean,
we want to do some more AI stuff, but we haven't. We've been waiting to hear back. I should ask Rob.
That's because the guy was a faker. That's why. So he'll probably not respond.
But I've seen plenty of other people have done them already.
Yeah, I'd say just use them because he can't really copyright you because then he would be considered a fraud. So
I love those. Those are hilarious. Though.
Yeah, just do them.
All right, where's our Star Trek Discovery as written by AI? Somebody make this happen.
Well, we found the scripts.
What are you even talking about? What is this written by AI?
Oh, you should play that one. Play that one to play us out.
Oh, God, he's already tortured his ass enough.
I know, but this one's actually funny.
This was actually
wait, it's actually funny?
Well, that's because we didn't write it.
Holy crap! Oh, well,
And
why did
Doomcock
you lead with the funny one?
I saw him the end part where Doomcock wrote, and he's like, "That wasn't even good." So I'm like, "Shit, even the good shit ain't good."
Yeah, load up the Batman one.
I'm getting there.
Stop
getting there. Stop bitching, picking at me. Or I'll make you watch He-Man. Save Orko. Why did you say that name?
Anybody ever wonder where Skeletor got his muscles from?
I work out.
Yeah, it's like, I am a walking skeleton. Then why do you have all these rippling muscles?
Head.
Yeah,
just his face. That's it. Okay, Batman written by AI.
But like, what happens? Like, if Skeletor has to go to the bathroom and he unzips his fly, what do you see there? I'm just saying that.
I don't want to know. I don't want to think about Skeletor's junk.
Witness the firepower of Skeletor's bone.
I know. I don't really want to think about it.
I already used that joke. Is this whole thing where Skeletor's sexually harassing Evil Lynn?
Oh, come on. How can it be harassment?
Would you like a bone?
How can it be harassment? Your name is Evil Lynn.
I bet you like it rough, don't you?
That's what your mother said, Trebek.
Okay, did I oh shit, do I remember if I shared the audio or not? I don't think I did here. Hang on, let me redo it.
And this, folks, is the professionalism of Midnight's Edge and why they have so many subscribers. I'm just
quiet before we kill you.
Oh, death threats. Death threats on a public live stream. Thank you so much. You just made me rich. I appreciate that.
We don't have nothing. That's the whole gist of this problem.
Batman. Interior traditional Batcave. Batman stands next to his Batmobile and uses his Batcomputer. He's sometimes Bruce Wayne, sometimes Batman, all times orphan.
This is now a safe city. I have punched the Penguin into prison.
Alfred, Batman's loyal battler, carries a tray of Gotham.
Eat a dinner, Mattress Wayne.
An explosion explodes. The Joker and Two-Face enter the cave. Joker is a clown, but insane. Two-Face is a man, but attorney.
No, it is Two-Face and One-Face. They hate me for being a bat.
Batman throws Alfred at Two-Face. Two-Face flips Alfred like a coin. Alfred lands heads up, which means Two-Face goes home.
It is just you and I, the Joker. Bat versus clown. Moral enemies.
I am such a freak. Society is bad. You drink water, I drink anarchy.
I drink bats just like a bat would.
Batman looks around for his parents, but they are still dead. This makes him have anger. He fires a bat rocket. The Joker deflects it with his sixth sense of humor, a clownly power.
I have never followed a rule. That is my rule. Do you follow? I don't.
Alfred, give birth to Robin.
Alfred begins the process since it is his job. The Joker now has a present in his hand. He juggles it over to Batman.
Happy birthday, Birthman!
Batman opens the present since he's a good guy. It contains a coupon for new parents, but it is expired. This is a Joker joke.
Arkham Farms delicious Goth ham. Now 100% non-GMO, free-range, grass-fed, Axis chemical, and clown-free. Perfect for the holidays or after punching the Penguin into prison. Your alter ego will love it. Enjoy Arkham Farms delicious Goth ham. Sold exclusively at Costco.
I'm sorry. I apologize, folks. Should I keep the credits
What's the
rolling?
camera on? That's so creepy. It was on for a second. That's weird.
Gotham.
I gotta say, the ham thing was good.
That was mine.
Yeah, that was kind of us. That was actually us.
Thanks for
The rest of
watching. If you like this
Batman AI
video,
shit.
why not?
Oops.
Yeah, that was kind of a collaborative effort. Yeah,
I'm like, oh, we gotta do a commercial. So then we kind of sat here and we
just to kind of stretch it out. Yeah.
So where did this concept come from as far as
Guy who's it said his name in there? Is it
Guy by the name of Keaton Patty.
Keaton Patty, yeah.
He claims he's trained a neural AI to watch Star Trek and to watch Batman animated series and movies and everything Batman, and it spit out these scripts based on the arrangement of the words in those.
Kind of like, have you ever heard like have you ever heard like where they'll feed a computer a bunch of music and it'll write a Beatles song?
Right.
Yeah, same kind of concept. Now, I'm not sure if it's real or not. We're not 100% sure on that. There's a lot of people who say it's just horse shit and the guy just makes the shit up himself, which is extremely possible.
yeah, that's what I'm hearing. But whatever it was, it's hilarious.
Yeah, the Goth ham was good. I'll give you that much. So congratulations. In a 3.5 minute video, you made one good joke.
Yay!
I've noticed that you're like our worst critic and you're going to make me cry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
No,
make
you're
you
not.
cry.
I'm not really going to cry. I'm just that good of an actor.
Genius.
But anyhow, I'm our own worst fucking critic, Rob. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because you don't criticize your stuff enough, so you end up publishing stuff like that. So you are a terrible critic.
Is a bitch.
I thought it was funny.
Better than anything Jason Aaron ever wrote. And that's coming from the Batman himself. So,
yeah.
Alfred, give birth to Robin.
And besides, should Alfred be sitting on an egg? To
just love the look on Alfred's face.
You know, the funny thing is, though, is that now I told you guys before that me and the missus have been watching the Batman films recently. And last night we watched Batman and Robin.
Oh, good God.
And that Batman actually kind of reminded me of the George Clooney Batman. So there's that.
You mean you watched the movie Batman and Robin starring Arnold Schwarzenegger himself? That's Batman and Robin, yeah.
I was talking to the wife about it. She was like, and she was like, "Why did they cast Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze?" I was like, "I have no idea because he is the exact opposite of Mr. Freeze."
That's exactly what I said. It's like Rick Moranis or somebody like that should be playing Mr. Freeze, not fucking. even if you want to get an action star, Bruce Willis or something would have been a better choice than him.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger as it was just.
It's a hot town in the old gold town. I can't even keep my own shit straight. Who wrote this shit?
And then Uma Thurman pretending that she's really that attractive. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Uma is ugly, okay, but she's not.
That was the only casting to me that was inspired. In my opinion.
don't think so. I think Uma was.
It was just a horrible script.
It was, but it was. And of course, don't forget Lionel Luthor was in it. So there's that.
Again, he played a different character before, didn't he?
Oh, so there's that other bit of news that they were looking at Rihanna to play Poison Ivy.
Oh, fuck that noise. Let's kill more gingers, right? Yeah. Wesley Crusher sent us $2 to play Batman. I feel like I'm DJing all over.
Wow, Wesley. So you just don't want me to do my show tonight. I see how you are.
And then we got £2. That's £2, right? Yeah. Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley.
Play it again. Oh, all right. One more time.
You're seriously gonna play it again?
I'm leaving my mic on though because I'm really laughing. It's hilarious.
People like it.
No. Come on.
Well, the guy paid us, Rob.
Well,
it's Wesley freaking Crusher. When has Wesley Crusher ever had a good idea?
Well, he did go off with that guy who probably was up to no good with him.
Yeah,
he tried to
and then
bang.
He came back a man.
He tried to bang Ashley Judd.
That could have gone very badly, though.
Yeah, that's true.
For her, so.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're playing it again?
All right. Well, here's the actual link. I'll put that in the.
Yeah,
so you can just watch that. But I mean, we can probably play it, but we can also let Annie Trekker, I suppose, be nice and let him give his audio commentary over it at the same time. I think I can take being roasted. Oops, and I just added the wrong thing. Damn it. I hate my life. My computer is just going to shit. Or should I say the Midnight's Edge computer?
Is that it whistling?
Yes.
That's what whistling?
I had to put the old fucking fan back in. At least that one still technically works. Yes, Sadie, I know. It's making an awful noise, isn't it? But I'm watching the temp, and we're all right. So it's just an old shitty fan. Well, it's because we beat this thing to hell, man. Do you realize how much we've used this in the last 2 years or so almost? Anyway, back to where I was.
You could probably get a fan from Newegg for a couple bucks.
I've bought 3 different fans now.
Just buy a new computer.
That's probably what's going to happen. I already discussed that with Andre.
Yeah.
So.
Well, except that he can't now because of the lawsuit. But.
Well, yeah, there's that. The fucking lawsuit. Because Annie Trekker tried to pretend that I was going to kill him. And he played.
I didn't pretend anything. You threatened me on this show.
I don't even have a knife.
You didn't say you didn't have a knife, and therefore my perception was that I was in clear danger.
I have nunchucks, so I guess I could bludgeon you to death. But I
see,
don't.
there you go. There's a second threat. You just doubled down on it. You just said you were going to bludgeon me to death.
I'm just making it premeditated. It's just if I do, that makes it premeditated. That's all. So I have to actually do it. So for you,
no,
to
you don't have to do it.
Win your case, I have to kill you.
No, that's not how it works, Tom. It's like, did you? What's no, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of the stupid movie. The Tom Cruise flick with the precogs and all that.
You can't handle the truth.
No. Huh?
Minority Report?
Yeah, Minority Report. Thank you.
Precogs,
So,
yeah.
So you know, the whole premise of Minority Report was, well, you know, if we can catch them before they actually commit the crime,
All
but
right,
we
well,
knew
if
they
I
were
were
going
to kill you in like 30 years from now when they can precog whether or not I'm going to kill you, then they can come get me.
No, but here's the thing, though, Tom. Let me finish. All right. So now, so they had this whole big setup, right, where they were, hey, you're being arrested for the future murder of whatever, right? Except that you know what you do when you don't have precogs? You arrest them for attempted murder. It's already a crime.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem. Everybody knows I'm too fucking lazy to even try to kill you. So
I don't know that.
Well, Mecca will contest to that because she just said fucking 10, 15 minutes ago, I'm too lazy to animate a show. So she knows I'm too lazy to try and kill anybody.
First of all, even if Mecca were willing to say that, that would not be admissible. Second of all, if I offered to give Mecca half the winnings, she'll turn on you in a heartbeat. So
I don't
it's
know.
not good.
She knows what we got.
Does she? Does she really?
Yeah.
Probably. Do I?
You got a good idea. We don't make jack shit.
Mecca's like sitting there thinking, calculating some dollars.
Not really. Much more, maybe. No, less. Well, depends. If I do a good show, you know, that's what Mecca's thinking.
Well, you guys have been pulling in more money on super chats than me, so.
Yeah, well, not too many more. All right, let's watch this thing, and he can give his scathing commentary.
I'm not going to give any scathing commentary.
That'll be your settlement. There you go.
Batman. Interior traditional Batcave. Batman stands next to his Batmobile and uses his Batcomputer. He's sometimes Bruce Wayne. Sometimes
I wonder why he has fucking.
times
Okay, wait. Why does he have Kleenex next to the Batcomputer?
Well, that's for when he's
That's
on
when he's watching porn.
Yeah, the bat porn side.
This is really Bat Rob.
Yeah. Well, Rob is Batman.
That's what I'm saying. You know, guys.
Robin, come here.
I'm Batman.
Ooh.
Robin. Alfred, what is the meaning of this?
Why isn't my toilet or tissue paper cleaned out?
What the heck was that even?
I got too much toilet paper. Take it out the trash can. It's a fire hazard.
Enigma.
The Batwad.
Well, you know, when you're watching Catwoman and you're watching Poison Ivy, you need some tissues. You know. All right, back to the story.
No, you really don't. But...
This is now a safe city. I have punched the Penguin into prison.
Alfred, Batman's loyal battler, carries a tray of goth ham.
Eat a dinner, Mattress Wayne.
An explosion explodes.
That is the dumbest
Joker
sentence ever
and
spoken.
Two-Face enter the cave. Joker is a clown, but insane. Two-Face is a man, but attorney.
No, it is
That makes
Two-Face
sense.
and One-Face. They hate me for being a bat.
Batman throws Alfred at Two-Face. Two-Face flips Alfred like a coin. Alfred lands heads up, which means Two-Face goes home.
Okay, hold on just a second. Tom, I got a question
It is just
for you.
you and I, the
All right, so you animated this, right?
I know he's heads down instead of heads up. Shut up.
Well, yeah, why? There was a plot point here that he landed heads up.
Because I was thinking like head over heels for some reason.
That would still be the wrong way. Head over heels means head is above your heels.
Yeah, but how come when they say that is when somebody's like fucking on their back and flipped over and whatnot? And,
Because head over heels means you did a complete tumble and you ended up right side up.
well, you know what? I animated it in like 10 minutes. If I'd have thought about it, I know people pointed it out again and again. Okay, you win. You win. You won already. God, I'll stop it. I'll never do another animation ever again.
Thank you. Are you done?
Animating.
Okay.
Joker. Bat versus Clown. Moral enemies.
I am such a freak. Society is bad. You drink water, I drink anarchy.
I drink bats just like a bat would.
Batman looks around for his parents, but they are still dead. This makes him have anger. He fires a bat rocket. The Joker deflects it with his sick sense of humor, a clownly power.
I have never followed a rule. That is my rule. Do you follow? I don't.
Alfred, give birth to Robin.
Alfred begins the process since it is his job. The Joker now has a present in his hand.
There's no
He
picture of
juggles
Alfred giving birth. He's just standing.
Happy birthday!
You can animate that.
Batman opens the present since he's a good guy. It contains a coupon for new parents, but it is expired. This is a Joker joke.
Arkham Farms delicious Goth ham. Now 100% non-GMO, free-range, grass-fed, Axis chemical, and clown-free. Perfect for the holidays or after punching the penguin into prison. Your alter ego will love it. Enjoy Arkham Farms delicious Goth ham. Sold exclusively at Costco.
Now I'm gonna go eat some goth ham and drown in my sorrows.
Good. I gotta say, Andre's voice was great for that, though. That's the
Right.
one thing I'll say.
Well, yeah.
But then Andre has that wonderful voice anyway. But yeah, I mean, just hearing him say with a straight face some of those lines, that's worth listening to. But I'm sorry, Tom, your animation is... It deserves to be destroyed! Sorry.
Your kid can animate it for free if he wants. Reanimate it.
Yeah, he could reanimate it for free, but he won't.
Well, that's because we're broke. Because you went and sued me into the fucking poorhouse.
Well,
now there will be no more Tom's junk because fucking or Tom's stuff or whatever it's called because Annie Trekker's got it all now. So
Yep.
there you go, guys.
So you might as well just subscribe to my channel because
He spoiled it for everybody.
Yeah, Midnight's Edge is done. So
I'm gonna make sure you get extra pop figures.
I hate pop figures. All right, go ahead.
Good. That's it. That's all there is.
That's all it is. We're done.
That's all I'm gonna give you. I don't have anything else.
We want to wrap here before Anti-Trucker gets the entire show.
He already owns it.
I already own the whole show, Robert. It's too late. You know, Andre just hasn't gotten the call yet, but you know, my people will be reaching out to him, taking cuts.
Because you're a
out of his
shitty
voice.
lawyer, Rob. You haven't helped me out one bit here.
I'm not a lawyer.
You're just a country lawyer, I thought.
Single female lawyer having lots of sex.
I'm just a simple country chicken lawyer.
Your Honor, I move for a mistrial. On what grounds? On the grounds that they hired me as a lawyer.
That's about the only thing I got to stand on is I hired Rob as my lawyer.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And Mecca, she's too expensive. I can't afford her.
I wouldn't do it anyway.
See, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Well, and Mecca's smart because she knows that, you know, she's got her channel that she gets to keep because she didn't make the death threat.
But
right?
what if Andre has like some really fancy Norwegian lawyers?
Doesn't matter, they're Norwegian.
Yeah, but they're fancy.
That's racist.
No, that's not racist. It's nationalist. But you know, because I don't know what Andre looks like and never actually seen him.
What's that got to do with his lawyers? His fancy Norwegian lawyers.
Well, because fancy Norwegian lawyers are unfortunately Norwegian. And so in this particular case, since you made a threat against me, both in the United States on both parties, Norwegian lawyers will not have any jurisdiction.
Doesn't matter. That's who I
The
picked.
cricket says it all in the background. Rob's
All I
cricket.
hear is like a cricket in Rob's background. But we've been growing for like 2 hours. I think we killed this week sufficiently.
I'd say, well, I think your animation killed this week sufficiently.
Probably.
So next Friday is going to be interesting. Did Rob want to announce anything for next Friday?
No.
Okay. Fine, be that way.
Wait, what's next Friday?
He likes to keep secrets. He's James Bond.
He wishes he was James Bond.
Well, now he's a black
Yeah,
man.
you talk to me that way, you third-rate tot.
And he's been getting really fucking sassy. And
thinks he can call me a tart all of a sudden.
he can call me girlfriend a lot.
That's right, little girl. Run along.
That too.
All right, so are we done? Can we finish this up, please?
I'm done.
We're waiting on you to finish the show. So finish the damn show.
Rob's the voice of Midnight's Edge, not me. He's
Dr.
the one playing with his
That's
fucking.
because he got bored like 20 minutes ago.
I'm just waiting for y'all to end it.
Put down the damn soundboard, Rob.
Yes. All right. If you like what we do, like, subscribe here, ring the bell
I think we
icon.
got a super chat.
Where? Hold on. Ka-ching. I don't have my ka-ching up. Anyway, like, where's the super chat?
Chronos? Where'd it go?
Wesley Crusher, Batman. Okay, I don't see it. It got lost in the shuffle.
Where did it go?
Well, anyway, while we're
Chronos, just retype what you said.
while we're waiting on that, like, subscribe here, and ring the bell icon. Like, subscribe over on the main channel. Ring the bell icon. If you're already subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed, and make sure the bell icon is still rung because YouTube hates small channels, and they like to unsubscribe people. So if you really want to support the show, head on over to Patreon. Bloopers, outtakes, lost episodes, my 10-minute stand-up set, behind the edge making videos, and more. Support the channel for as little as $1 a month. We also have Subscribestar if you don't like Patreon, and we also have PayPal if you want to support the show directly. And if you don't have the means to support the show directly, like, subscribe, click the bell icon, share with your friends, because we cannot do this without you. Mecca, tell them about your channel.
I am MechaRandom42, and you will subscribe to me or else.
She broke one writing crop already,
Yeah,
folks.
I already broke one writing crop.
Don't make her break another.
Yes.
We are here for, the moral treatment of all writing crops everywhere. And these kind of things promote more violence against writing crops. And we can't have that. Mecca will make sure they die.
That's right. Anti-Trekker, tell them about yourself and your channel.
He's rich, bitch.
All bow down before the hypno turd. You will surrender to the hypno turd. You will like, subscribe, and support the Anti-Trekker channel, since we now own Midnight's Edge anyway.
I don't want to.
Yeah, Mecca, are you looking at the hypno turd? Look at the hypno turd, Mecca. Look into its eyes.
It's too slow for my programming. I can't. It doesn't look like it's hypnotizing me. I don't think I can
Deep into
hypnotize.
the eyes of the hypno turd.
Mm-mm.
There are 4 lights and a bunch of bullshit.
Mm-mm.
But in all seriousness, these guys are idiots, but I'm here anyway because I'm a subscriber whore. So please come over and subscribe to Anti-Trekker, and I promise that I will make videos occasionally, and hopefully you'll like them.
And you have good live streams.
His animation is so much better than mine that he has to have his kid do it for him. Oh no!
Yeah, my kid can out animate you. Yes,
Hey,
that is
that's
true.
fine by me.
See,
Okay.
More power to him. He did a good job on that Beavis and Butthead thing.
by the way, the hypno turd there is one of his creations. So there you go.
There you go.
All right, everyone. Bow before the hypno turd. Thank everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you for the super chats. Check out Anti-Trekker. Check out our other friends, Egotastic Fun Time, Professor Geek, Geeks and Gamers, That Star Wars Girl, Captain Robert April, who else? Doomcock, the Burnett Work, Robert Meyer Burnett.
The list is getting so long anymore. We just have to say, check out all our friends.
Check out all our friends, everybody. Just check out all our friends. Check out our friends. If you don't hear your name, don't get angry.
I think there is Fandom Menace lists out there and stuff. So
Well, go find a Phantom Menace list. Okay. All right, everybody. Have yourself a good weekend. If we don't see you,
we will be doing other stuff.
Yeah. Check you out next time.
Do
And
I
if
have
you give
the
a fuck? If you give a fuck, give a buck. Check out our Patreon.
Hey.
That's my new
And
thing.
give a hoot, don't pollute.
TM.
I am going to require a substantial cash settlement.
I already gave Annie Trekker everything I got.
That's right.
Well, to be perfectly honest, neither of us did very much sleeping.
Oh.
That's right, little girl. Run along. Go play ultimate frisbee with your drum circle and leave politics to the adults.
I'm Chris